Winning jumper. Texas coming off their only loss, this number 4. Here we go. Tessa Johnson gets a clean look and knocks it down. Had some space, didn't take, bounces it inside. And a travel right away as Carlton.
And for Johnson to stay out of foul trouble.
Well, even Vic Schaefer, one of the things he talked to us about in regard to South Carolina and their strengths is he's pressuring the ball.
Vic Schaefer likes his defense when it's his team.
South Carolina 5-2 against Texas in the Dawn Staley era as that layup for South Carolina, averaging more than 15 points, 11 rebounds. Here's Booker across her body, able to bank it in over his cross. Gordon Johnson able to get back in the play and steal it. Edwards running the floor, so dangerous when she does.
Team turned the ball over against LSU. We've seen a couple turnovers here already.
He pointed to the turnovers and the offensive rebounds, and he said that showed a lack of higher game. You have to have the mental toughness and the physical toughness to stick with it the whole way. Out of the way, they're going to pressure us, and we're going to pressure them. Here's Edwards trying to make a play. Okot leaning, couldn't float it in. Here's Booker, guarded by Johnson, who already has one foul. Harmon, mid-range, is good. Vic Schaefer talks about the good sign.
On the defensive end of the floor, they are going to pick up full court whenever they can.
Johnson, that is going to be...
Player for the Cleveland Rockers, the first 2 seasons of the WNBA, played against her. 6'4", power.
It's in, and Dawn Staley wasting no time getting Tornabese into the game. Lee able to lay it in with the left hand. Tornabese couldn't quite hang on. She is 6'7", the freshman who has played professionally overseas. Happy in the early going. Cunningham back out to Booker. She will fire. Can it to 3. John especially good in the matchups against South Carolina. She's also Booker. Agat McKeer drawing applause from the crowd. Justice Carlton looked like she shuffled the feet. Couldn't get it to go.
Switching sides of the floor for the freshman to come out and use her length and athleticism that way.
How about the broadcasters? Has it sped them up in an uncomfortable way?
I'm very comfortable.
The 12-10 lead. A little more than 3 minutes to go in this first. Booker steps into a 3. Too much on it. Weak side rebound.
Picking up her 3rd.
This is a pretty amazing graphic we're about. Couldn't tell if it was Texas or if it was McDaniels. Inbound Booker. She got it. Plus the foul. Able to. Here's Booker, last year's SEC Player of the Year and a first-team All-American. Buries the free throw. About getting her more opportunities.
As a post player, I was
in this first quarter as Oldacre able to sink both. A 4-point Texas lead. Here's Harmon scattering through traffic and dropping it in. Rory Harmon. Oldacre finds the cutter and the layup is good. Sidbury able to. McDaniel dancing around Harmon. Floats it up and off. And a whistle on seconds left. Booker creeping down, draws 2. Harmon, extra feed. Sidbury, no. Saved. Harmon, 5 to shoot. Gonna have to make it happen. Harmon with space, connects. And that'll shoot at times in this matchup. And she has answered the bell thus far in this first half. 8 points. As Tessa Johnson. Davdi Kentner as our rules analyst this season. Raven Johnson leaning in, able to finish. Booker, and that's going to be an illegal screen on Sidbury. As she, I'm actually going to say that's number 1 on Sidbury. As Ladson lays it in South Carolina. Ladson in a crowd, trying to avoid Oldacre. Okot, ooh, hey now. Raven Johnson gets the whistle as she went to scoop it in. All the mid-range makes has 10 points to lead all scorers. 10 points per game, a career high 51% from the floor. A 10-2 South Carolina run. Harmon again. The 8th in attempts. So they need that mid-range. Ladson can't hit. Tessa Johnson, the O board, another change.
Dawn wasn't happy, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 5-second violation, didn't get the ball in.
Or maybe a handoff. As leaky things happening here in Columbia. They lob it in. Oh, God. Easy for Carlton. Trying to muscle her way in. Couldn't get the banker, but the follow is good. Taken away. Carlton evading. Lee into the paint. Trying to get around the bodies. And got Lee at the line. Let's check in now with Holly Rowe.
We've seen Jordan Lee using her speed in this game early.
Here's Edwards hopping into the lane. Unable to finish. Gets it back. Cunningham there. Edwards trying to move her. Could not. Cunningham unable. Just 32% from the floor in this first half. Booker sneaks it to Preston, who traveled, and that is going to be the 10th Texas. Here, the floater is good. A little hesitation, and Latson steals it away. Tania Latson in the open floor, lays it in. About a 16-second difference game in shot clock. Another turnover. The 13th, Latson gets fouled.
See a lot with turnovers right before the half or shooting too early.
Yes.
You could wait for the last shot.
Justice Carlton didn't realize she had to come inbound the ball, and it was Joyce Edwards who was telling her, go, go. Meanwhile, Cunningham gets a good, clean look.
Involved in something positive that happens on the offensive end.
Here's Latson, the quick turn, the dive inside, and the cradle finish. Playing with 3 fouls, picked up the third right at the end of the half. Booker elevates, can't get it to drop. Good box out from Tessa Johnson with enough space. Connects on a 3. Here's Booker around the Cunningham screen. Booker gets the roll. More mid-range. Here's Lee. Lee spinning into the lane. Couldn't get it to drop. Cunningham the putback. Backdoor cut. Latson lays it in. Nice pass from Raven Johnson. Ball. Lee the offensive rebound. Another chance for Texas. Lee has the mismatch. Dumps it in. Cunningham. 20 Tennessee takes on number 21 Alabama. Afternoon capped off by 4th-ranked Texas hosting rival Texas A&M all 3 games. All 16 turnovers for Texas. Latson gives it up. Johnson. No. Sails out of bounds. Mindset both teams have. Here's Booker. Her jumper. Oh, it's smooth. Latson with a lot of space, throws it away.
Others, caregivers, researchers, that we're all bringing this disease into the light and doing.
Well, Holly, the Pat Summitt Foundation, founded by Pat and Tyler Summitt, November. And Pat Summitt's impact on this game is felt in so many ways and will be forever. Booker splash from head to Booker. Booker with haste up the floor. Booker nearly shook Johnson, lobs it in. Cunningham barreling to the cup. In thus far this season, how she's loved the way McDaniel's come along. McKeer, wow, pops it in, posts the foul. Tightly played game between these rivals. Harmon into the paint, elevates and gets the roll. Draws 2, Harmon, juggle on the catch, pull up, back iron it off. Cunningham denied emphatically, and that is going to be a last year not hitting one. Can Booker knock one down? Yeah, there it is. The first made 3 of the game for Texas, and they jump back in front by 1. Oldacre spinning into traffic, and again, it's Tack who's there.
The other fun thing is Coach is sitting here with a lot of recruits, and I can hear his entire recruiting pitch behind me. I'm just going to tell you, it's a very good. I'm a fan.
Lob it into Oldacre as we begin the 4th. Oldacre unable to finish. Carlton, who had a huge impact on the offensive. Raven Johnson navigating ahead. McKeer will let it fly. Can't knock it down. Oldacre. Johnson finds the angle and uses the working behind Oldacre. Bounces to Oldacre. Draws 2, still goes up and in with it. 6 turnovers in this game. Hey, what an ACC, SEC women's bounces off against NC State at 1 Eastern, and then in the SEC 6th ranked.
In their first game of the season, we saw how good they could be late in that second half against UConn.
Booker, another feather. Tessa Johnson, a 3 is good. Tied at 50. Raven Johnson trying to work Harmon. Johnson doesn't get the roll. And in this game.
Yeah, so the one player.
Yeah, I think
in this game.
Accurate for that. Judd can't hit. Along with Raven Johnson, Tessa Johnson, Okot and Latson. Booker the catch and the finish. On an hard to find offensive rhythm for either team. Latson creeping down. Latson can't bank it in. Lee the rebound. Lee gets the handoff. Backs away. Booker off the curl. Short on that one, and Edward. Oh, God. You bet! South Carolina, can Texas respond? Lee through the lane, barrels in, and finishes. That's a tough shoe in hand. Lee run off. Okot still with the shoe in her hand. Carlton open. Can't hit the 3.
Undercuts her.
And Dee shaking her head saying, yep, that's the right call. As Johnson misses the free throw.
Well, you saw it the last time out who Vic Schaefer drew up the play for. It was for Jordan Lee driving to the basket, and this just condenses the floor.
Johnson backs it out of the paint. Surrounded, gets free and lays it in. Drawn up, down 5. Booker gets a look, goes baseline. The reverse won't go. Booker on the putback, that's good. Johnson. Behind the back, through the lane, leaning and hitting! Booker gets it right back, storming into the lane, banks it in, beautifully done from that.
Texas needs to box out.
You see Tessa Johnson giving some encouragement for Okot. That one is good. Without having a timeout remaining, didn't want to take that chance. Edwards have a chance to tie. And Harmon does hit the first. The second is good. It's a 1-possession game. Out. And Texas will back away. That will do it. South Carolina. And South Carolina has won.
A battle of the backcourts, and Raven Johnson was the one, especially in the fourth quarter.